Welcome back, everyone, here to Brax Talks. Today, we got a very special video for you guys. We are going to be going over the Yankees' best possible starting rotation for the postseason. We're going to be going over it similar to the lineup video we made, and we're just going to talk about what rotation we would feel the most comfortable with rolling out there. And we're just going to dive all into it, have a little discussion, and leave your own personal opinions down in the comments below.
Yes.
All right. So let's get right into it, Christian. Obviously, guys getting the ball in game one of the series, whatever. He's the ace of the staff. He is the man, Garrett Cole. He's our ace. He's getting paid the big bucks to pitch in these kind of games. And there's really no debate, discussion over it. He is the guy. He's pitched in big times games. He's pitched in the World Series. He's pitched in a lot of playoff games, and he's the guy you're giving the ball to. So, hopefully Garrett Cole, when we get there, if we get there, can go out there and pitch a really great game for us.
Garrett Cole, and I was telling people this last year, like, just wait till because Cole was starting to struggle a little bit at the end. I was like, just wait till the postseason. Like Garrett Cole in the postseason, he's going to be a different pitcher. And he kind of got lit up in the wild card game, but that was injuries.
Had the hamstring thing.
Forget about that. Garrett Cole is a different pitcher in the postseason, and he's the game one guy. He's the number one guy in the rotation. I'm really excited for him. And number two, I also think's not really a debate. I guess you could say matchups, but he's basically been our best pitcher this year, Nestor Cortez. He's having an even better season since last year, and we haven't seen him in the playoffs yet, but we have seen him in big games, and I really trust giving the ball to him in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on Cortez there. He's an unbelievable season, all-star. And he's a competitor out there. One of my favorite things about Nestor Cortez is, when Nestor barely misses, a pitch and he thinks the umpire should have called it a strike, you definitely he's a competitor on every single pitch that leaves his hand, and he's awesome to watch pitch. Thing with him, like you said, it's going to be matchups a little bit, but also Yanks kind of limit his innings, make sure he's fresh, he's ready to go for the postseason. That's just the big thing. But if that all works out, then I would definitely give him the ball in game two, and I would feel comfortable doing that.
100%. And then game three, now again, this is the Yankees' best possible rotation in the playoffs. This guy hasn't pitched in 60 days. But Luis Severino, when he is healthy, he is really good. We saw him in the postseason, 2019?
2017, 2018.
I think, there was the one wild card start where he got a little roughed up. But
then in 2018 wild card
then he was very good. So overall, I think he's been pretty good in the postseason. He's got that kind of electric factor to him where he could dial up the fastball. And he was pretty good this year before he got hurt. So I think when it all comes down to it, he is the game three starter.
Yeah, I would definitely I would like Sevy to be in that rotation. I could see him possibly going out of the pen, depending on how things work out this last month here. Especially, they want to get him back, get him stretched out. So we'll have to see where that goes, Christian, obviously. But he feeds off the energy. Once again, pitched in the postseason before, which is good because, Cole and Sevy, two guys that have pitched in the postseason, not just a game here and there, but have pitched in multiple games in the playoff. It's good to have that experience. It's really good to have that experience as a starting pitcher. It's where it really comes down to. As a position player, you don't really worry about it too much at all with guys, but starting pitchers who've pitched big games in the postseason, it's definitely big that they have experience in. It makes you feel a lot more comfortable because when things don't go your way, getting a little bit of a jam, the other crowd starts, getting into it. You got to find your way to get out of that. And pitchers with experience in those kind of situations, you definitely feel more comfortable that they will be able to get the job done.
Well said. And Severino has that. And now the final spot is the fourth starter. And this is really where like the heart of this video, because I think it's the biggest discussion right now. But before we go into it, I just want to mention that in the ALDS, and this is not the NLDS, just the ALDS, you don't necessarily need 4 starters because it's very weird this year. And again, this is only in the AL, but you have an off day between games 1 and 2, and there's no travel day or anything, just an off day. So you could technically pitch on 4 days rest if you're pitching game 1, and that's no problem at all. A lot of pitchers pitch on 4 days rest in the postseason. So if we're talking about the ALCS, though, and we need a 4th starter, or the Yankees still want to go to a 4th starter in the ALDS for whatever reason, mine is Frankie Montas, or Montas. Tried to get that right this video. But he has very good numbers against the Astros, and I think you can't ignore that. And the guy has good stuff, and we traded a lot to get him. I think it would kind of be a waste to trade all that to not even use him. And obviously he has to get on a roll. He has to figure it out in these last few weeks. But he's kind of the guy because I don't see him getting used really out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
I think some of the other guys that you might talk about could be used out of the bullpen, but Frankie Montas is my guy, my 4th starter.
Well, Christian, here's if Montas gets on a roll here, there's a good chance he could be, number 2 or number 3 starter in the playoffs. I mean, if he gets on a roll, obviously the Yankees gave up a ton to get him. They gave up a lot for the intention of him being the game 2 starter in the playoffs. We are all pretty sure what he's capable of. We've seen flashes of it. He obviously had that very good start against the Rays in Tampa. Only went 5 innings though, but he hasn't been that great. He's kind of gotten hit hard a lot of runners on base. But if he gets on a roll, he could definitely wind up in that 2 or 3 spot in the rotation. But he has to do that, and if that doesn't really happen, then, it's going to be a big question. Is it Montas? Is it Herman? Do they go Herman, then the bullpen, kind of like an opener? A lot of different ways they can go about it.